Welcome to Black-Tino Farms. This is the end of July 2021. It's that time of month again where I do my end of the month video. So here we go. I'm gonna try to make this a short one. Right now I'm just starting to pull out the snap peas out of here because I think we're done for this wave here, and I'm gonna be planting new ones. Look how beautiful my trellis is with the green beans taking over the trellis. Cucumbers are coming up strong. Over here we still have the beautiful sunflowers, lettuce in the front and beets in the front. Beets look ready to pick. Look how tall this sunflower is. It looks like it's starting to flower. If you can see up top there, I'm thinking this sunflower is at least 12 feet tall. Now we're going to take a look into our tomato house. Wow, the tomatoes have nowhere to go. Right in the front here are cherry tomatoes. There are some good to pick. We're going to go right to the back here. Look how beefy these tomatoes are. Wow. And they're starting to turn. And this is our tomato house. Now let's take a look at our green onions area. Here again I grew tomatoes, seeds that I took from one of our local grocery stores that was organic, a heirloom tomato. So that's going to take a while to fruit. Look at our artichoke plant. Still coming up strong, very spiky. My beautiful pansy flowers that I grew from seed, asparagus, and just a little tip here. So remember, I had so much green onions and they were flowering. Look at the seeds did fall down. You can see those little seedlings popping up here and even in between. But if you still have so much green onions, and you see how they're dead here, what we did, we cut them down in waves. So we took the outer ridge of the bed and we cut them down low. Then the second week we cut them down again. So it's growing basically up in waves. So on the other side of the bed, I'm going to be cutting that down short. So then we can have green onions growing up in waves instead of all at once. So now we're into our herb house. I just did a video of dill turning to seed, and here's the cilantro plant I'm drying out so I can gather their seeds again. Look at the rosemary coming up strong. We did harvest some of our Brussels sprouts earlier in the week. It looks like we need to harvest again. I got a whole big Ziploc bag and I put it in the freezer. So another thing that we're doing is pulling out all the broccoli plants. Our broccolis are done. The ducks love to eat the leaves and whatever's left in here. So we're pulling them out and giving the plants to the ducks, and we're going to start again for our winter season. Here we pulled out our lettuce all in front here. Christian and I have to go over what we want to grow in the winter. So this being our first year doing watermelons, we're doing pretty good. I put these little baskets under so when they start to grow really heavy and large, it doesn't get rot damage from the ground. So far right now we have 4 really strong watermelons growing in my garden. Cantaloupe is doing really well as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 cantaloupes. Let's take a look at the back here. Here I have my marigolds. You can smell that marigolds coming up. Look how gorgeous that big marigold is. Whew. So here's the very first one. So what I'm going to do, I'm waiting for this stem to turn brown where it starts to die off, and then we're going to pick it. I can't eat cantaloupe. I'm allergic, but my children, my husband can eat cantaloupe. Over here, we didn't do very well with the corn. I don't think we're gonna grow corn anymore. There's so many people around us, a lot of farms growing corn. It doesn't make sense, and I'm not good at growing corn. The squash plants, I'm very disappointed. I think next year I am going to grow squash with its bed all by itself. Like, we have a couple of them, but it's not as big as that I thought. The zucchini we had abundance of. We did very well with the zucchini this year. But what I learned is, don't mix green and yellow zucchinis in the same bed, because they will cross-pollinate, do this weird color, grow into this weird color, and then just rot off. So that's a lesson I learned this year. So right now I'm just outside the hot pepper house, and look how gorgeous these plants are. Huge. We have so many different varieties of peppers. These look like just Thai chilies. We have just salsas, jalapenos. Look at this Mad Hatter. Let's see if I can get that. There we go, Mad Hatter. I'm just waiting for them to turn color in order for me to pick them. In between, we also have some basil. I did a huge cutting of basil the other day. Oh, I think basil and peppers, they feed off each other. Let me just take a look down in here. We see some jalapenos growing in here. Over here we have our habaneros. Purple sweet bell peppers. Large poblano peppers. Salsa peppers. So this was the first bed we started out in the winter. Died down. We've harvested a lot of the beets, and we harvest a lot of the carrots, but we still have plentiful. So the rest of the carrots, I think we're gonna just pull out and clean them, chop them up, and put them in the freezer. And the last area, we have our dill, our kale, our leftover bed, and tomatoes. That's it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share our videos. See you next month.